Hey guys, today I thought I'd make a video to help you understand how to knit a basic cable stitch. For those of you that don't know, cable knitting simply involves manipulating stitches to twist them around each other, creating bold patterns that pop off the fabric. So the first thing I'm going to do is cast on 12 stitches, and I'm just using a long tail cast on here, and I'm assuming that you already know how to do a long tail cast on. If you don't know how to do a long tail cast on, there are a lot of YouTube videos out there, but let me know if you want me to teach you and I'll make a video for that as well. Okay, so I have 12 stitches cast on here now, and I'm ready to begin my first row. So what we're doing here is we're just knitting a few setup rows before we begin our cable stitches because we want to have some work underneath so we can see the twist. I'm knitting the edge stitches, and for row 1, that's knit 2 and then purl 1. So those are our edge stitches. They're not part of the cable. Now we're going to knit 6 stitches for the cable section because we're doing a cable over 6 stitches. And now I'm going to repeat the edge stitches. So they're just in reverse. So purl 1 and then knit 2. And now for row 2 for our setup row, the edge stitches are knit 1, purl 1, knit 1. So we're going to do this for the first 3 stitches. And then we're going to purl the next 6 stitches because they're the back of the cable. And as we know, stockinette stitch is knit on the front side of the work and purled on the back side. So once you finish these 6 stitches, you can finish off the edge by knit 1, purl 1, knit 1. So I'll repeat these rows 3 more times so that I have a total of 8 setup rows, and then I'll show you how to knit the cable 6 front, which is a left-leaning front cable. Now that we have our setup rows out of the way, we can begin our cable row. So I'm just knitting the first 3 stitches just like I did for the previous rows. So we'll grab the cable hook and then use it to hold the first 3 stitches since this is a cable 6 front. So we're taking the first half of the stitches and we're holding them to the front of our work with the cable hook. And then we knit the next 3 stitches just like we normally would. And now we create our twist by taking the stitches on the hook and knitting them. So you can see how they twist to the left. And that's a cable 6 front. So it's basically a cable stitch worked over a panel of 6 stitches, and we're using a cable hook to hold the first 3 stitches to the front of our work to create a left leaning twist. So knit the remaining stitches and then turn your work and repeat row 2 for your last row. So you can continue repeating these 10 rows to create a cable 6 front and just practice over and over again. Or if you feel like you have it down, continue watching this video and see how to make a cable 6 back, which is a right leaning cable. To knit a back cable, you're going to need the same number of setup rows. So I've already made 8 setup rows here, exactly like I did for the front cable. And now I'm going to knit the first 3 edge stitches in the same way that we have been doing. So knit 2 and then purl 1. And now we're ready to begin the back cable. So I'm going to show you how to do the back cable by throwing my yarn because I think some people get confused because I knit continental and they want to see how it's done with throwing your yarn. So please be patient with me because I don't often knit this way, but I'm going to try. I've slipped the first 3 stitches onto the cable hook and I'm holding them to the back of the work this time. So just like the front cable, except we use the hook to hold the stitches to the back of the work. And then we knit the next 3 stitches. And now we can knit the stitches on the cable hooks. So we slide them to the top, and you have to be a little careful here that you don't slide them completely off. It takes a while to get used to holding the hook, but after you've knit a few cables, you get a good feel for it. So now I'm knitting the 3 stitches off the hook at the back of the work. So it's just like holding an extra knitting needle. And that's it. We've done a cable 6 back that leans to the right. Now you know how to knit a cable 6 front and a cable 6 back. Keep practicing these cable stitches until you've got the hang of them, and then you'll be able to knit any kind of cable stitch. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by liking it and subscribing to the channel. And you can also leave a comment below if you want to see more of these kinds of tutorials, like more cable knitting tutorials, or even any other kind of stitch tutorials you want to see. I'd love to hear from you.